This morning's reading is from 1 Corinthians 12, 1 through 11, and pages in your pew book 1395 to 1396. Spiritual gifts. My friends, you asked me about spiritual gifts. I want you to remember that before you became followers of the Lord, you were led in all the wrong ways by idols that cannot even talk. Now I want you to know that if you are led by God's Spirit, you will say that Jesus is Lord, and you will never curse Jesus. There are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but they all come from the same Spirit. There are different ways to serve the same Lord, and we can each do different things. Yet the same God works in all of us and helps us in everything we do. The Spirit has given each of us a special way of serving others. Some of us can speak with wisdom, while others can speak with knowledge. But these gifts come from the same Spirit. To others, the Spirit has given great faith, or the power to heal the sick, or the power to work mighty miracles. Some of us are prophets, and some of us recognize when God's Spirit is present. Others can speak different kinds of languages, and still others can tell what these languages mean. But it is the Spirit who does all this and decides which gifts to give to each of us.
Amen.
Thank you, Judy.
I want to make this Sunday, let's appreciate ourselves Sunday, all right?
Okay.
So many folks feel that they don't really have any great gifts. And we usually think of very powerful, highfalutin gifts, like, I'm such a great musician, I should be playing in Carnegie Hall. Or, I'm this leader and all these people follow me. Or I can preach with vigor, and everybody gets impressed, right? No. It was really interesting this morning. In our Bible and Bagels group, I asked everyone around the table to name a gift that they felt that they had. Nobody named anything like great singer, or great musician, or great preacher. It was all qualities like patience and kindness and generosity and loving and prayer warrior and things like that. They were not things that I can do all these great things. It was more like qualities, human qualities that really come from God. Sometimes we really shortchange ourselves, don't we? And we don't appreciate our qualities that we have that we can offer to others. And also there are gifts that people have that don't seem all that important. I want to tell you about a woman by the name of Maria. She's one of the custodians at my school. She is a gifted custodian. Now, a lot of times people that have a job like that feel very humble. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a principal, I'm not a counselor, so why am I so important? Well, let me tell you, if it weren't for Maria, that place would be an absolute mess.
Yes.
Maria knows how to clean floors so that when you walk onto them in the morning, it's like no one had ever stepped on them. And she knows how to clean toilets so they don't have any rings or spots or anything like that. And what I like most about Maria is her attitude. I think she has the gift of a good attitude. My students have peed on the floor on more than one occasion and vomited. Now, who wants to go in there and take care of that, right? Do I have any volunteers here in the audience? Want to go? I have a volunteer?
Yeah, I would.
You'll do it? Oh, bless you.
Kindergarten when I volunteered.
Yeah, yes you did. Anyway, we always call upon Maria. She's not the only custodian there. But Maria comes there with her bucket and her mop and with a smile on her face, and she just loves helping others. And so I am not an expert on how to do certain things, like how do you get the toilet thing up on the top? She said it's baking soda. How many of you knew that?
No.
About a baking soda? I found out this morning it actually works. But see, often people like that aren't really truly appreciated. They thought, oh well, she's a custodian, so what's that? I have shared with you before that in our culture, if the ability to see beautiful colors and combine them and do art, whether it's drawing or flower arranging or even putting a room together, it makes it really look nice, I would be scheduled for the little yellow bus, because when they passed out the art genes, I think they said, woo, forget her. I know I have other gifts, but art isn't one of them. And what about attitude? There are some people on this planet that have such a positive attitude, and when you're around them, you just feel good inside. All that warm, fuzzy feeling that you have, that's because of their attitude. And especially if somebody is always a good listener. How many people appreciate when someone really wants to spend the time to sit down with you and to listen to what you have to say? Oh, we can talk fine, but listening is a different thing, isn't it, altogether? I'm thinking about people that are dependable. We have some people missing today that I'm really very concerned about. How many people know who I'm talking about? Yeah, you do. Jim and Stella. I'm going to call them as soon as this church service is over. They are always here unless something has happened. Always here. Some people are just so dependable. You don't have to ask them. They're just there. And when they aren't, then you're of course very, very concerned. I want you, if you weren't in our Bible and Bagels group this morning, think about what you contribute, what God has gifted you with. Are you kind? Are you generous? Are you gentle? Are you peaceful? Are you a good listener? Are you caring? Are you loving? Think about what you are. Think about how God has gifted you with these things that really, truly can make this world a better place, that we all can join with each other and truly, truly appreciate each other. There's not one person here today who isn't gifted. You all share in this wonderful adventure that we call humanity. Yes, you can have some talents, but I'm not really talking so much about talents. Some of us do sing well. I'm not one of them. Some of us do play an instrument well. I'm not one of those either. Some of you are very strong and can pick up people and move them if you have to. I'm a little bit better at that one. But think about what you have to offer. God has so blessed each and every one of you that you truly make a difference. And it doesn't even matter what condition you're in. I know people that have been in nursing homes on their backs, not really able to get up much, and have such a great smile on their face when somebody walks in, that especially for the caregivers who are not really making the highest salary in the world, feel that their job is worth it because they're really appreciated. There's a good gift, the gift of appreciation. I hope that all of you are going to have a wonderful week and that you can think of how you can make a difference in the people that you meet during this week, whether it's somebody who lives in your own household or people that you see in a store or a bank or some other kind of a building. How can you make life better for others because of who you are and that you are here and the Spirit flows through you and loves you and feels that you are a precious, precious child of God. Amen.
Amen.